Hi everybody, hope you're well. So we're back with the chapter 8 of Altar the Ice Horse story. I straighten up on Altar's back to slow him down and ask him to trot and then walk. My horse shakes his head in annoyance, exhaling loudly. We catch our breath as the plane approaches, landing on the snow with a muffled thud a few yards in front of us. Alarmed, Altar watches the intruder, sniffing the air and moving his ears in all directions. His muscles quiver, ready to confront or flee from this potential predator. I stroke him and gently speak to him to soothe him, but I can still feel the tension in him. I examine the small plane fitted with the skis streamlined, more like a James Bond jet than the large helicopter I was expecting. The Hannibal logo, a capital H inside a equilateral triangle, is emblazoned on the side of the aircraft. The engine stops purring and the side window of the cockpit opens at the same time as a ramp slides gently, silently to the ground. The pilot removes his helmet, takes off his glasses, and walks down the ramp. Squeezing Altar with my calves, I encourage him to walk towards the newcomer, but my horse plants all four hooves into the snow and refuses to move. I insist in vain and end up dismounting to approach the pilot alone on foot. Behind me, I can feel the anxiety and mistrust of my steed, who is stamping his hooves. I try to reassure him, but he continues to trot back and forth. I take a closer look at the tall figure walking towards me. Despite a slight limp, he eludes an incredible self-confidence, and not just become of his elegant, finely crafted Western clothing, which is light and warm at the same time, and his expensive hiking boots. He has thick black hair, and his pepper and salt beard is neatly trimmed. We approach each other slowly, like two cowboys in a western, not looking away from one another. Instinctively, I put my left hand in my trouser. Instinctively, I put my left hand in my trouser pocket and grip the cylinder tightly, as though it were a pistol. We find ourselves face to face, just as if it were a duel to the death. I feel incredibly breathless. Who will draw first? The pilot holds out his gloved hand as if to shake my hand, and I instinctively hold out my own out of politeness, but the position of his hand soon sets me straight. Palm upward, he signaled for me to give him the object he has come for. My right hand falls limply to my side, and I reluctantly pull the cylinder out of my pocket and place it on his outstretched palm. As soon as he sees it, the pilot loses all interest in me. His lips twist into a grin as his fingers close around the cylinder, and he fixes me with an icy blue stare from behind his sunglasses. It's only when he speaks in his hoarse voice with the instantly recognizable accent that I realize it's John Fitzgerald Hannibal himself in front of me. I am most grateful to you. The object is very valuable to science. I want to ask him lots of questions because I want to know more about the cylinder, the symbols engraved on it, and where it came from. But I stand there, mouth gaping like some kind of stupid fish or something, when Hannibal hands me a thick envelope. I shake my head and mumble, "No, no, no, there's no need. It's for science after all." Hannibal chuckles and tries to force the envelope in my shirt at that moment, obviously thinking I am being attacked. Alter appears, violently charging into Hannibal, who stumbles and falls to the ground. It wasn't a playful shove like when he plays with me. It was an all-out attack. Nostrils flared, ears pinned back, he's ready to bite and trample my assailant without mercy. I rush to Hannibal to help him up, and the expression spreading across his face makes my blood run cold and causes me to take a step back. Hannibal is livid. He stands up, a hateful expression on his face, and pulls from his inside pocket a thin telescopic baton, which he flicks open. He raises his arm and whips Alter with incredible violence. A long, bloody welt appears on my horse's neck. Without thinking, I throw myself between Alter and Hannibal, arms raised, taking a blow to the side of my face from the baton in Alter's place. "Stop, please, he won't hurt you." Hannibal grits his teeth, nostrils flaring. A tick in one of his cheeks is twitching. I gently place my hand on Alter's neck and whisper a few calming words to him without taking my eyes from Hannibal. Slowly, Hannibal mutters, "I suggest you never let him come near me again." I move my hand from Alter's neck to his forehead, push him back and whistle sharply. Alter moves backwards, turns around, trots off quickly, tail erected, ears back, stopping at a safe distance. I can tell he's furious, ready to attack at the least suspicious move, but I also know he will obey me. Hannibal lowers his weapon without putting it away. He walks back towards the plane, up the ramp, and slams the cockpit window shut behind him. The plane sets off as soon as the engine starts up, accompanied by Alter's furious neighing. Fear finally hits me and my legs shake like leaves in the wind. I slap myself to pull myself together and tell myself the worst is over. Breathing deeply, I head towards my shaking horse. I let's go. Without even glancing at the banknotes flying out of the envelope Hannibal dropped, I rub a handful of snow onto Alter's wound to clean it. Then I return to the camp on foot, completely dejected and upset by the encounter, like a poor, lonesome cowboy. When I arrive at the camp, everyone has been awake for some time and all been working away at their tasks without paying me any attention. Alder leaves to drink from the river, and I my heart heavy, enter the empty yurt and grab my laptop and a few things I need for the return to Ulaanbaatar. If I hurry, I can catch the only bus of the day. I need to speak to someone about what happened, and unfortunately, no one in my family can help me. So that is the end of chapter 8. Anyway, guys, hope you had a lovely day. Bye.